Hello, everybody. We're back to just two priests, well, a priest and a pastor, two priests, instead of four this week. But today we're going to do a behind the scenes. It's tapping into our roots of growing up with Mr. Rogers and showing us how the crayons are made. Well, here's how the sausage is made, or morning prayer, or B2P, which is Between Two Priests. So currently, Pastor Terry and I are both on Zoom, and I am, at this moment, sitting in, actually, what is this whole room called?
Common room.
The common room at St. John's, and I set up a background. And Pastor Terry is in the sanctuary with her iPad, which is what you're viewing, and her laptop next to her. And I've taken some pictures of what this looks like from beyond. So you will see that now through the magic of editing. I can just, have some magic words or pixie dust to throw at the computer. Really what I'm going to do today is walk through the process of editing and post-production and preparation for our Sunday morning services, which is about the same that we do for Between Two Priests, and I also do for Story Time with Father Joshua. And I keep looking over at myself in the corner of the screen instead of looking at the camera. Just ignore that. This is all fairly new technology to us, right? Pastor Terry?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so it's a big learning curve. We're going into 5 months now. But every day there's something new. Today, we can't figure out how to change the orientation on Pastor Terry's iPad. So she's surrounded by darkness. Whatever.
Oh, if that's not symbolic, I don't know what is.
Say it's the chaos and confusion out there. But this weekend, we're actually killing two birds, one stone. This weekend marks the 1-year anniversary of my brother-in-law's death. He was killed in a motorcycle accident a year ago in August. And so this weekend, I am going to be with my family to remember him. And I'm taking this weekend off from morning prayer. Up to this point, I have been the one doing almost all the post-production and the editing and the preparation. And so this weekend, I am passing that off to Pastor Terry. So today is a demonstration, and so she knows exactly what I do as well. And we're all prepared for morning worship this coming Sunday. Don't worry, I'm also just a phone call away, and I know she'll text or call me if things go crazy and awry. So she is actually going to be doing on her computer what I am showing you here on the screen in our behind the scenes. So this Sunday is August 2nd, proper 13. And we have full PowerPoint presentations set up for those. And this should look awfully familiar to you as the internet decides to be slow. If you join us on Sunday mornings, and if you don't, 9 a.m., St. David's or St. John's Facebook page or St. David's YouTube page. 9 a.m. on Sundays is when this premieres, and you're able to watch it anytime after that if you so wish. You're welcome to join us for worship. But here is kind of what looks familiar. You usually see that and in the beginning, and then we start our service. Grace to you and peace from God our Father. And this is the slide that you see. But there's all this other stuff that comes before it. And that's where the post-production comes in. So Pastor Terry and I both have iMovie, and God bless. I mean, if you're not a Mac person, I'm sorry, but having been a music teacher, I'm in love with this at the moment. So we just go into iMovie, and I'm going to make this very simple. We start out with our beginning slides, and I click on the first one, which is the title page, and download as a JPEG. And it should download it here or somewhere else on our page, and I'm able then to just drag it and import it into the presentation.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm behind you. So where did you go to download?
So click on the thing.
Yep, I'm on that.
I've done. Click File,
Okay.
Download,
Download.
Paragraph,
JPEG.
and JPEG.
Okay. And then just drag that into iMovie.
And just drag it and drop it down into the production area, which is the area below.
I did it.
And I'm actually going to shrink this because it'll make it go a lot faster for us. And then I do that with the next couple of slides.
So you have to do each slide individually?
To start off with, once you have it in your system, which is what we're doing today, that's a PNG, you will be able to make a copy, and at the end I'll show you how to do that, and then just adjust certain slides that need changed, because a lot of our slides are the same for every week.
So how did you make the first one smaller or whatever you did?
On iMovie, underneath your preview screen, you'll see this bar and settings. Grab that little arrow and
Gotcha.
right.
Okay.
So this is if you need to do more detailed stuff, you can expand it out. Like if I need to cut this clip halfway through, then I'm able to do that. But right now we're just uploading, or importing, so I'm doing that. And good, we moved on to offering, and I will take this opportunity to say to all those of you who join us for Between Two Priests, don't necessarily join us for Sunday morning, or don't necessarily consider yourselves part of our congregation, but appreciate this ministry. I encourage you to give to this ministry. And you can see that here in the offering. We both have Tithely accounts. If you go into Tithely and look up St. David's or St. John's in Elkhart, or go to our websites, there's a giving button, or sending a check directly to the parishes at these following addresses. Those will help us to improve Between Two Priests as well. You like that plug?
Yeah, I do. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but yeah.
Feeling much more like a televangelist now. So when we go into future weeks, one of the things that does change from week to week is our roles as clergy. So this week, because I'm taking the weekend off, Pastor Terry is both officiant and preacher. But other weeks, I will also have a slide in there that says that I am the preacher or the officiant, and Deacon Melissa and Deacon Clay also swap roles as gospel reader or intercessor each week. In the last 2 weeks, we brought our organist back from St. David's. This is Dr. Stephen Lancaster, and he has been providing the music for us each week. And I'll show how to do that as well.
So that next slide that you're importing right now has, it does not have the name of the composition or the composer.
So,
do you want to take that out?
Not at the moment, just to show this, but we'll be able to read it later.
Okay, because I didn't do that one yet. Okay.
So one of the benefits of how we do this in Google Share. So all of us, myself, Pastor Terry, Deacons Clay and Melissa, and Dr. Lancaster all have access to this file and can make corrections, because I do make mistakes from time to time. And
Takes a village.
it does take a village. Dr. Lancaster decides what he is playing for the prelude and recording for the prelude, and we'll include that there. These are the only slides that go in to the intro that we have here. And then I also have shared pictures, which I will then later share with you, Pastor Terry.
Okay.
See if I can find them. Use a lot of things. Nope. Ooh. Let's try this.
You should put the X-ray of your foot in there.
I should put the X-ray of my foot in there. So I have them in here as well. Let's see. Pictures. Now that is not wanting to load. That's lovely.
Well, I might have to do that part later.
You might have to. So we do things like this, and then I can add in various audio. So today I'm going to add in simple GIFs, which I've got from somewhere else, but later this week I will have Dr. Lancaster send it to me. I'll make that just a little quieter. So we'll say that this week our beginning music is simple GIFs. And it runs through that way. Now, you'll notice that our slides kind of shrink in or expand out. Above the preview are different editing tools. And there's one that looks like the crop image. And we get 3 options. So right now I'm doing this on the offering because there's a lot of information on there and we want people to be able to see it and for it not to be moving, because that makes it a little harder to see. When it's moving, that's called Ken Burns, if you're a fan of history PBS specials. Crop to fill or fit. And in order to get our full slides, I do fit. And that's just going to keep that slide from moving. So here we'll see. The others kind of move in and out, and the offering one stays still. Then when we have a video finalized that we've done on Zoom, which is not wanting to open for me today, that then gets placed in here as well. Then we have transitions. There's quite a bit of work that actually goes into this. And the one that I really like to use is cross dissolve. So we click on that and bring it down between our 2 slides. Whoops. And now our transitions are a lot softer, and it's more pleasing to the eye and to the ear, and helps us that way. Now, these go by awfully fast. Speaking of going by awfully fast, any questions, Pastor Terry?
I think I'm following you so far.
Okay. So we click on the first slide, and go up to our preview section in our editing tools. We click on the I, that gives us the duration. And right now it is 3.5. That's 3.5 seconds on the screen. And that's a little fast. So I'm going to say, let's go for 15 seconds. And we can do that to the rest of them as well. Just type in 15 and hit enter. And it expands it to 15 seconds each. So now if we watch this in preview, play from the beginning, view, and this is how it comes out. Gee, that's a lovely prelude. I kind of wanted to get up and start dancing, but that we don't need that to be on the internet forever. Let's see. So, lots of other things that I can do as well. I am going to add another, let's use this. Another clip. Or you can right click and copy the slide out of it, and right click again. Let me. It doesn't want to let me. There. And I pasted Deacon Melissa back into a later point in the preview. Make her section really long here just for this purpose. And I can click right in the middle of that section, that clip, and hit Command B, and it has split. So then I can move some other, a video or a picture or another clip into that position. And we have Deacon Melissa on both sides of the altar now. I'll speed up a little bit.
So when I changed the offering slide, it changed all of my slides to fit. Well, no, it didn't. Just some of them. Interesting.
It adjusted them into the time frame.
I guess so. Oops, sorry. Kicked you.
Sometimes we do. Our technical difficulties are actually just us kicking tables and throwing things.
Or unplugging something, or
unplugging something, or the cat jumping on the table and the entire crowd. That's never happened to me in the middle of a service.
No.
Nope. And then it goes back to Deacon Melissa. So now, say we've now completed our whole section here. This is the video that we have in between. And then back to our slides. And there are a few at the end that we don't show in our normal, we don't roll through in our normal filming of morning prayer. And that's these final ones. So thank you for worshiping with us. Join us each Sunday, and peace be with you. And I'm just going to do the same thing here. Download as a JPEG. And drop it in. Download as a JPEG. And drop it in. And I can just say, if it was not for iMovie and Google Slides, like, you wouldn't be getting any of this. I'd also like to say, if it was not for my little sister, who's Megan Stillion, who's in Ohio with her baby son, my 7-month-old nephew, who has an associate's degree in graphic design and production, I wouldn't know how to do any of this because it is not my forte, but she took the time to teach me as well. So now our video ends in a similar way that it began, just without music. And peace be with you. So now we're going to say that this is done. Be a lot of more work that I want to do. But I go back up to the top of iMovie and hit Projects. And it's going to allow me to name this. And I'm going to call this Test 2.3345 to make it sound really official. And hit OK. And it has now saved. One of the nice things about iMovie is it automatically saves as we go on. Because we're clumsy and hit delete on accident by trying to get the cat off of the desk. So now I have finished this project in iMovie and I need to download it to my computer. So I go to Share Project in the ellipsis to File, hit Next, and I have a special folder for it, so I'm going to say Save to Between2Priests. And it will now start saving. And it starts writing it into an MP4, which is the format that we need in order to upload it to YouTube or to Facebook. And sometimes it goes really fast, like it is right now. A few weeks ago, I did it from my apartment, and it took about 5 hours to finish this part. and another 7 hours to upload to YouTube, which is why I'm doing this at St. John's at the moment, because it goes a lot faster. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely will be doing it at church.
Thank you for the invitation and for the Wi-Fi. So
Okay, so mine already downloaded. I'm just saying.
I'm going to cancel my download here because I have other projects that are downloaded already, and then show the next part that goes into this. So I'm just going to go to St. David's Facebook or St. David's
YouTube.
And if you want to know when these things are happening and you don't have a Facebook, you can go to the YouTube page and subscribe. That's a little button at the bottom of your videos, and it will send you a notification, or you'll get an email when we've put a new video up. And
What is your YouTube called again?
What is my YouTube called again? St. David Parish.
Because if you go to St. David of Wales, it's something totally different.
Yes, so St. David's Parish, and I think it actually, I haven't been able to fix this, but it's St. David's Parish, St. David's Elkhart. And you can see here we've got other videos that we've done, story time, my pastoral update each week, last week's Between Two Priests. And which, by the way, was an excellent gathering of four priests. And if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. We talk about the mental and physical and just different struggles that your clergy are going through during this time as well, and what we do to deal with that, which could be very helpful, just for an understanding point and different things that you can do as well. Like that plug too? I feel like we should just put in commercials.
Yeah, this is definitely a good one.
So I am going to create a new video. Upload video. And select file. We're going to get this from, where did I put that? Between Two Priests. So let's go. I'm actually going to use one of my shorter videos. So here's like, this is last Sunday's. Let's do this again as a test. Actually, I'm going to do story a lot shorter. This is story time with Father Joshua a few weeks back, July 5th. And I'm going to upload that. Yeah, that went a lot faster. So story time July 5th. Test showing how to make this happen. And
Making magic's kind of redundant, is kind of like, I don't know, boring.
It is. It is a tedious, it's tedious work.
I didn't want to say tedious, but that's what I was thinking.
It is tedious work. It is necessary.
It is. And it makes the magic, which is great at the end product.
Yes. So I guess we should have started this video if you don't want to know, if you don't want the magic to be spoiled, like, at the beginning of Disney. Don't close your eyes when the ride breaks down and the lights turn on in Pirates of the Caribbean. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. And then we also, for all these videos, so this will premiere tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., which is when they always go up. We're not doing it live at that time because of all this other stuff that we want to add in, like title pages and music. And a week ago for the sermon, Pastor Terry made a reference to viewing the difference between wheat and tares, and I was able to insert a picture of wheat and tares, like on a news program, and you were able to see that. Can't do that in a live production. And there are technical difficulties, like a storm comes through or Wi-Fi goes out, and we're trying to do a live production. That causes, issue. And so by having it pre-recorded, we can fix any trouble areas. So we record Between Two Priests on Tuesday mornings, and we record Sunday morning worship actually on Saturday morning. So all of your clergy are going through church at least twice a week, or at least twice a weekend. We do Saturday morning, and then also Sunday morning, we're joining you virtually so we can interact. But because of that, we're not live when it goes out. So we're able to set it as a premiere and schedule it. So I'm going to set this for what is tomorrow's the 29th, let's say 12 a.m., set as premiere. And then when this finishes loading in about 3 minutes, I'll be able to schedule that. And tonight at midnight, the video will premiere and then be available for anybody to see at any time after that. I don't really need to make it premiere, so we're just going to cancel it. But that's kind of a bit of what it's still wanting to do it. Draft, let's see. Delete forever, yes. So if we make a really crappy video and it doesn't go over well, I can delete it forever and there's no evidence online. Not that we've had to do that yet. But that's kind of a bit of the behind the scenes, not to mention creating the PowerPoint each week that includes the readings and new prayers for each week that you are able to see, preparing our sermons, preparing topics for Between Two Priests, finding guest speakers for Between Two Priests, all the post-production things that I do for Storytime with Father Joshua, which is one of our diocesan offerings each week, every Sunday morning for the kids and the young at heart. But that's kind of what we do, and it can be time-consuming. Now, on that uploading process, until about 2 weeks ago, I was doing that, and sometimes it would just take forever. If you have a large file, a large MP4 file, it can take a really long time to render and upload to our Facebook pages and the YouTube page. In fact, the first one in July I did from my apartment, and the internet was running slow, and it literally took 12 hours to and if my computer fell asleep, it would kind of stop, so I had to kind of watch it, and which kind of just drains your day. And I was on, not that I was really going to go out anywhere and watch fireworks, because I see some of them from my apartment, but enough neighbors shooting off fireworks from July 3rd until even last night. But now Deacon Clay is also part of this production team, and I send all the files to him, and he has faster internet, so he's actually able to upload everything in about 15 minutes. Timed it the last 2 weeks, and it's taken him 15 minutes. So Deacon Clay, if you are watching this, wherever you are, from the bottom of my heart and my eyeglass prescription, thank you so much for taking that over. So is there anything else that we kind of want to talk about on the behind the scenes?
Well, in Between Two Priests, we've invited folks before to give us topics to talk about, and we don't get those very often. So if you're watching this and you have something you want us to talk about, please let us know. You can email it to us. You can put it in the comments. I think, are there comments with this on YouTube?
Yep.
And we can do that as well. So we're always looking for things to talk about. So that'd be great.
And we've been doing this now. I hope you all appreciate it. We've certainly enjoyed doing it. This is 15 calendar weeks, but the 14th episode, we took 1 week off. I think we took all after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 14 episodes so far, and we don't have any plans of stopping anytime soon. These discussions are really great and fun, and one, it allows us to see each other.
Yeah.
And
they're informative. We learn stuff just as everybody else is learning stuff. So.
Yeah. And everything from how this all works to what does the church believe about angels to let's have a difficult discussion about systemic racism. So yeah, we're up for it.
Definitely.
Send it to us.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, thank you for showing me, Father Joshua, all of this so that I can work on it this weekend and get it together for Sunday while you're gone, enjoying yourself. Why don't you end us in prayer?
Let us pray. Almighty God, throughout the course of human events, you have given mankind and womankind wisdom and understanding so that we in turn might develop things for the benefit of our fellow beings, of nature, of animals, and of other humans. Whether it be writing or imaginative storytelling or medicines, turning herbs that grow naturally out in the wild into things to help our bodies and our minds, to this now, the gifts of technology that have come to us from burning rocks and forging swords and tools and plowshares, to cotton gins and weaving mechanisms, to the internet. God bless the internet. For all its faults, it has helped us in this time. To the gifts of people who can help us in developing tools and technology and resources to reach out to each other in this time that we need to, for the safety of all, separate ourselves, to quarantine, and to find ourselves in a different place. But because of this, your gift, we can still see each other face to face. We still have information at our fingertips. We can still connect and work through the difficult questions and be the body of Christ in the world in this brand new and exciting way. For all this, we give thanks to you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Next week, my friend.
Yes. Bye-bye.